Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Look to throw here. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump off. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Rolling to his left. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there at 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Raiders have got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Open man, it's Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Allen's got it complete. He's to the 10 and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely has been a constant duress.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Talbot Smith. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Evans. And he's out right at the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the give, this is Drake. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Detroit! Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Detroit!
Here's Crowell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Leopard! Gone!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
No, Jack, Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
He'll look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play on third down for the Chargers. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. Oh, he bowls over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Drake, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. On play action, they'll throw. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line.
And it'll be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Right back to Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Green, 39!
He'll drop to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Hey, 4 down. Set! Green, 39!
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Raiders, it's a win that might